They're already excited.
They're waiting for a fight. The boxing fan across the globe is waiting for a fight, and it's no secret that in September millions of people were disappointed, and November 21st will be a guaranteed explosion inside the squared circle. It's no secret. It's gonna happen. Styles make fights, and there's so much writing on Miguel Cotto. There's so much writing on Canelo Alvarez. I was with him last night having dinner, and he is just, I mean, he's like a little kid. I mean, he's 25, just turned 25 years old. He cannot wait. He wishes the fight was tomorrow. He wants to go out there, and he doesn't want to prove to nobody. He doesn't want to do that. He wants to knock him out. That's what he wants to do. He wants to win. And he says, I will do whatever it takes to win this fight.
Oscar, a mi pregunta relacionado a buscar talentos en nuestros países, ¿usted iría directamente a las calles a buscarlos?
Sí, mira, para mí me fascina ir a los gimnasios. Esos gimnasios donde yo crecí, ¿verdad? En el este de Los Ángeles, en México, en Tecate, ahí en la frontera, donde vivía mi abuelita, ¿verdad? Visitando a México, buscando esos peleadores. Me fascina. Es la ventaja que tiene Golden Boy Promotions, porque yo fui boxeador y yo entiendo la necesidad de ese boxeador, ¿verdad? Las oportunidades que les podemos dar, que necesitan esos boxeadores, ¿verdad? Yo me puse los guantes por mucho tiempo, muchos años, y yo como promotor entiendo la necesidad, ¿verdad? De darles la oportunidad a estos muchachitos.
Porque hay muchos niños que tienen hambre de deporte, claro, y también, por supuesto, de dinero.
Como yo lo tuve. Exacto. Como yo lo tuve. Como a mí me dieron la oportunidad, es mi obligación de darle las oportunidades a los próximos chamaquitos.
Podemos ver pronto un azteca por acá nuevamente.
Yes.
Oscar, was this the most difficult promotion that you had to come up with, and if so, what were all the moving parts that made it that way?
It was let's just put it this way, it was quite interesting of a negotiation, but it was fun. It was fun because here you have one of the most exciting matches, possibly in the last several years. I mean, I have to go back to me and Vargas, for instance, where the intensity, the guaranteed action. I mean, the rivalry. I mean, it's we have to go back many years, and so it didn't make it as difficult because we all had one goal, and that is to make the fight happen for the fans.
Oscar, does this remind you of your fight with Trinidad at all?
It reminds me. It reminds me. I feel it's bigger. I really do. I feel it's bigger because you have Cotto, who is re-energized. He's revitalized. He's back with Freddie Roach, and he's looking great and sharp. And you have a young lion in Canelo Alvarez, and that rich history of Mexico, Puerto Rico, and I mean, the world is talking about this fight.
Oscar, are you ready to comply if Canelo should win to fight the winner of October 17th, as Mr. Suleiman has mandated here with the WBC in relation to their WBC middleweight title?
Well, look, I mean, we obviously have to see what's going to happen in the ring. We have to. What if there's a draw? What if it's such a great fight and the fans are demanding for another fight? What if there's a trilogy? You never know what's going to happen, but we obviously respect the best organization in the world today, and that's the WBC. And so we would have to sit down and discuss every possibility, every scenario that can take place on November 21st.
Oscar, you've been a mentor to Canelo ever since he came to the United States. You took him under. How do you see him progress to where he is right now?
this is the perfect moment for Canelo Alvarez. I wish that he would have taken Floyd Mayweather at this point of his career, right now, today, 25 years old. You know, he's progressed, he's growing, he's learning, he's maturing. He's gonna be dangerous for many years to come. He's a very mature young man, very dedicated. He knows what he wants, and that is to be the best for many years to come.
Is Cotto the perfect step for him, the perfect opponent to take the next step, do you think? And if so, why?
Well, people can call it, you know, the passing of the torch, or, you know, you have one legend and one young fighter, and you know, if the young fighter beats that legend, he's gonna catapult to new heights. I don't really see it that way, because, I mean, if Cotto beats Canelo, his career will go to new heights as well. If Canelo beats Cotto, I mean, he beat a legend. He beat a fighter who's right in his prime. You see his last fight. You see his fight against Martinez. I mean, he's dangerous. This is a 50-50 fight. So, I mean, look, this is one of those matches where we don't see very often, and I'm very proud to be part of it, because this is what Golden Boy has been preaching all along. You know, the best fighting the best.
This is a match like you had with Julio Cesar Chavez, huh? When you were young and he was in his age, same Cotto and.
It could be, but I think Cotto he's not as worn down, you know. He hasn't been in too many wars as Chavez was when I fought him. You know, Chavez had 99 fights and 1 loss when I fought him. You know, Cotto is still young. He's refreshed. He's with Freddie Roach. He has him bouncing on his toes. I mean, it's going to be a dangerous fight. I mean, it's a real fight that we have on November 21st.
Oscar, what weaknesses do you see in Miguel Cotto?
Weaknesses?
If you can help out Canelo.
Well, and this is something very interesting I was telling Canelo, is Miguel Cotto was a southpaw like me. He's lefty naturally. I know my weaknesses, you know, so therefore I know Cotto's weaknesses, and I can't wait to share with him in training camp, which I'm going to be visiting Canelo twice a week in San Diego, and giving him some tips and advices, and not on how to beat Cotto, but just to give him some inside information on how to land those perfect punches against a natural southpaw like Cotto. So you asked about the weaknesses. There's a lot, because I had a lot, and you know, I'm not gonna reveal them to you right now, because I know Miguel Cotto is gonna be studying, reading your blog or your website. So you know, I'm gonna go out there to San Diego and share them with Canelo.
Where does this fight rank amongst all the Mexican, Puerto Rican? You took part in a Mexico-Puerto Rico rivalry against Trinidad. Well,
I was born here in America, in the U.S., and yeah, Mexican blood, and my family Mexican, but I don't know can you count that as what I see? Of
course!
Yeah.
You're more Mexican than the real Philippines.
But it ranks up there, top 3. I would have to say top 3, because femenil, muy bien, muy fuerte, la CMB lo apoya 100%, y sí, nosotros vamos a comenzar a hacer peleas. Yo ya estoy comprometido Así que para mí va a ser un gran placer apoyar a las mujeres en el boxeo, porque si el hombre lo puede hacer, la mujer lo hace mejor.
Aquí ha hecho, de eso. Bueno, sobre todo una olímpica aquí en Los Ángeles, que se trajo una de las medallas.
Claro que sí.
Sobre todo de sangre mexicana. ¿Qué piensa usted que también cada país necesita ya un ídolo boxístico? Por ejemplo, en México, pues desafortunadamente nada más contamos con el Canelo. La esperanza era Julio César Jr., pero desafortunadamente por las cosas que le pasaron, pues ya se acabó todo.
Sí, no, mira, el boxeo siempre ha tenido ídolos, especialmente en México, como lo tuvimos con Julio César Chávez, cuando estuvo Salvador Sánchez, cuando estuvo Ratón Macías. Siempre va a haber campeones, ídolos mexicanos. Y obviamente el Canelo Álvarez, él está en el tope, ¿no? de figuras mexicanas, pero es nuestro trabajo como la CMB, como Golden Boy Promotions, como los promotores por todo el mundo. Es nuestro trabajo de buscar, de encontrar esas joyas.
¿Cómo se siente usted cuando ve a un boxeador?
I'm sorry, there are just two more questions.
Oscar, any talks of who will be in the undercard? Any talks of who will be in the undercard of Canelo Cotto?
I'm sorry?
Who will be in the undercard in the Canelo Cotto fight?
We're putting that together. We're putting it together, and but I can assure you, it's like every Golden Boy card. It's going to be loaded from top to bottom.
Oscar, which was the more important fight for him, this fight or the fight with Floyd Mayweather, and why?
I'm sorry?
Which fight was more important for Canelo, this fight coming up or the Floyd Mayweather fight, and why was it?
This fight's more important because Canelo knows he's not at his peak yet, but he's reaching it slowly but surely. And he knows that by winning this fight in an impressive fashion, I mean, he can catapult his career to new heights, and he can be the guy. He can be the superstar. I mean, this is kind of like passing of the torches here. You know, you have Canelo Alvarez fighting Cotto November 21st. Him winning in a dramatic fashion. I mean, he is the man. He will be the man for the next 10 years. So, yeah, this is very, very important.